How to invest in the stock market for beginners. If you are wondering exactly how to get started in the stock market because you are a complete beginner, this video is for you. I'm breaking down my steps on exactly how to get started in the stock market. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier. So let's dive right in. All right, in today's video, I'm breaking down the secrets on how to get started investing in the stock market for beginners. Make sure and watch until the very end because you're definitely going to want the last step. All right, the first thing we want to do in order to get started investing in the stock market is to set our investment goal. I am really big on setting goals because that is how I have achieved becoming financially free and becoming a millionaire and buying multiple properties and investing in the stock market and a ton of other things in my life. So we want to make sure that we are very clear on what our investment goal is. Is it that we want to retire by 35? Or do we want to retire our mom, maybe? Or do we want to save up for a down payment on a house? Or do we want to just kind of have fun and see what the stock market is all about? We want to be very specific on what our goal is with investing so that the following steps will be a lot easier. For example, we don't want to say, okay, I want to retire one day. We want to say, all right, I want to retire by age 35 with $1.75 million invested in the stock market. Right? That way we are working toward a specific number and a specific date. And we can know exactly when we achieved that goal, if it was even earlier. And it makes it a lot easier for us to work backward and take the first step today in order to get us one step closer to our investing goal. So if we do want to have that $1.75 million invested by age 35, what can we do this year in order to get us closer? Maybe we need to invest a certain amount. And what can we do within 6 months and within 1 month and then within a week and even today? What is one step we can take today to help us reach our investment goal? So comment below and tell me one thing you are going to do to help you reach your investment goal. To give you a personal example, when I set my investment goal of becoming financially free, I wrote down all of my numbers. I knew exactly how much money was coming in, how much I had invested already, and what it would take to get me to my financial freedom number. And then I figured out, okay, now that I know that, what can I do right now to help me achieve that? And honestly, it was purchasing another real estate property. So I started looking for properties. I went to properties and I put in offers on properties, right? I took the steps in order to help me get there. Okay, and then the second thing we want to do is to understand the basics of investing. Before we can actually start investing in the stock market, we need to understand the basics of stock market investing. So we need to understand a few different terms and what investment accounts are and what types of investments we can invest in inside the stock market. So we need to just understand those basics of stock market investing. And of course, we can do that through YouTube videos like this. We can do it through financial coaching. We can do it through books or courses. And if you're wondering what my strategy is for investing and how I was able to become financially free, I do have my book out, You Will Be Financially Free. I'll leave a link below in the description. You can click on that and get your very own copy. But nonetheless, we want to understand the basics. So whichever way you want to go about that, then just start today and start understanding the basics of stock market investing. And honestly, if you do want help, there is a free masterclass that I created. I will leave a link below in the description. You can check out that free masterclass and see exactly how I can help you invest in the stock market. All right, and then step number 3 is to develop our investment strategy for investing in the stock market. We want a specific strategy so that we don't get sidetracked and not really focus on our end goal and really focus on what is going to help us achieve our end goal. So if we map out our strategy, then we are going to be able to focus on that and not get sidetracked. We want to make sure that your strategy aligns with your own goal and your own personality type. We don't want to be taking on too much risk, but we still want to be taking on enough risk so that we can build up our investment portfolio. And one way to help us do that is to figure out our time horizon. How long do we have to invest? Since we already know our goal, we know exactly how much time we have to invest. So we can choose if we want to invest a lot in stocks right now, or if we want to put some in stocks and some in bonds. We want to evaluate that risk versus reward, because we want a high enough return that we're going to be able to achieve our financial goal, our investing goal, but we don't want to take on too much risk that we are going to get nervous and sell all of our investments if they start to drop. And part of my investing strategy is to invest for the longer term. I'm not about day trading and worrying about where the price of stocks are every single day. I'm more about choosing good companies or a good fund to invest in and then holding them for the longer term, because I know they will continue to rise over the long term. And I'm not switching up my strategy constantly. I'm doing what I know works. And that will make a really big difference for you if you map out your strategy, because like I said before, you won't be tempted to do something that isn't aligned with your strategy, because those temptations will arise. But if we have our strategy in place and we can stay focused on that strategy, then we are going to be a lot better at investing. Okay, and then part number 4 is to actually choose a brokerage firm and set up your investment account. We want to choose a firm that we feel comfortable with. For me personally, I like investing in Vanguard. They have been around a really long time and they have a really good reputation for low fees with good returns. And they offer everything that I need to be investing. If you are more focused on day trading, you might want to find a brokerage firm that focuses more on day trading. They might have certain things in there that are going to work better for you than a different brokerage firm that doesn't focus on day trading. And when we are looking at setting up our own investment accounts, we want to choose one that is going to align with our goal, right? For example, if we want to pull our money out before age 59 and a half, before typical retirement age, then we may not want to choose an IRA. We may want to choose a taxable brokerage account or even a Roth IRA. And I cover some of these accounts in a different video. I will leave a link above and you can check that out later on. But we want to pick an account that is going to work with us and help us reach our financial goal. And then step number 5 on how to invest in the stock market for beginners is to continue to stay disciplined. We want to be consistent with our investing. We don't want to just invest one time and call it good. We want that continuous growth, so we need to be adding money to our investment accounts over time. And that way we can achieve our investment goal, and we can achieve it even sooner if we're able to stay disciplined and invest even more money. One way to help us do that is by automating our investing. If we don't even want to think about investing or take the time out of our schedules to invest our money, we can definitely automate it. And I go over this in the masterclass, so make sure and click on that link below in the description and check out how I can help you invest in the stock market. Comment below and tell me if you are going to get started investing in the stock market. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.